What's up, YouTube? Vengeful Sorrow here once again. Back at it again with another video. So, let's see, what are we doing today? Well, Olde English 800. I know, exciting, right? But, I know, as I've mentioned before, the market's kind of dried up in my area. I couldn't even find a Colt 45 anymore. I got Olde English. I mean, there might be like one or two stores in the entire area that has a Colt 45, but I didn't go to that store today. So, you got Olde English. It's either going to be Olde English or fucking Steel Reserve, maybe. You know, some of them shitty-ass beers are, like, in my opinion, not even worth it. So, I don't know if y'all heard that. It sounded like a huge-ass branch fell outside my window. Oh well, I'll check it later. Crack this baby open. I just got this bad boy right back from the store here. It's ice cold. As you can see, blue and cold. Yeah, so. Oh, here we go. Cheers. Actually tastes quite delightful when it's cold. Okay, that's definitely not a branch outside my house. That is like squirrels fighting. And they're rustling in the leaves back there. There we go. Oh yeah. These burps are like therapeutic, you know. They feel good, and you know, it's delightful. There we go. I really want to make this fast. I don't want to have like a fucking 15-minute video just drinking this. But I also do want to tell you guys what I've been up to. One second. Alright, so currently I'm playing The Watcher 3. And, you know, using my beast-ass gaming PC. I'm just getting flawless performance on PC, which, you know, back in the day, apparently everyone used to, I didn't play PC games back in the day, but everybody would be like, oh, can your PC run, what is it, Crysis? I guess like the modern standard is, can your PC run The Watcher 3? And mine can beautifully, but I got some beast-ass specs, so. Got two 980 Ti's in there. This is from, I built this thing back in like 2015, so it's outdated, right? But it still can hold up for probably like another 5+ years, you know. And then I got, you know, like 32 gigs of RAM and shit, and fucking, what else do I have? Fucking, like, 6 terabytes of memory, all that shit. i7, the whole 9 yards. It's a beast PC. So, I literally am like 2 or 3 missions in, you know. It is beautiful. It is beautiful. It is a very beautiful game. I know everybody kind of says it is a beautiful game. Well, that is definitely true. And I'm sure it's going to only get better from there. The game's known not only for its visuals, but its like storytelling. Not so much its gameplay, but hey, I like a variety of things. So, what did I do before that? So, let's see. I think the most immediate game I played before The Watcher 3 was Cuphead. Now, here's the deal. I didn't beat the fucking game. I didn't give up on it. I didn't quit. It's on hiatus, like fucking, yeah, like 2 weeks ago hiatus. But I plan on finishing it. That shit's just hard as hell. I think I got like 9 or 10 more bosses to go. Man, it is difficult. You can know the patterns, know how to do it. It's just executing. Man, I got to the final stages of some of these bosses, and you know, kept dying. Like, I mastered the first like 3 stages. Get to the final stage, I know how to do it. I just, by that point, I only got like 1 hit point left, and I die. You know, so it's, you literally have to have a flawless run up to the like the final stage to really give you an opportunity to learn the final stage. And then once you learn the final stage, then you got to do more runs where you get all the way to the final stage with full health, and then then you have opportunities to beat it. It's difficult, man. But some of those boss fights are actually fun as hell. I can't remember the names of those things. Like I said, that was like 2 or 3 weeks ago. I can't remember the names of the bosses, but yeah, some of them are fun and unique and interesting, and the art style is awesome. So oh. I don't think there was anything I played. Oh, I know what I played. I know exactly what I played. I actually played after Cuphead. Well sandwiched. I played Metro Redux. I played Metro 2033. Back in the day. Not when it was brand spanking new. I think the game came out in 2010. I played Metro 2033, I think back in 2013, like right after Last Light came out. I was like, oh man, that game looks cool. Oh, it's a sequel? Oh, let me play the original first. I hate playing games out of order, I really do. I mean, obviously with The Watcher 3, apparently from what I heard, the stories don't really connect too much. Or they do, but I mean, like, you can play The Watcher 3 without having played The Watcher 1 or 2. And, yeah, so, and plus, from what I heard, those games are, like, archaic. Those games are, like, okay, sure, you know, late 2000s, early 2010s and shit, you know, but, like, apparently the controls are outdated. It's fine. But I played Metro 2033 back on the 360. And man, it was fun. That game's scary as hell. It's a mix, in my opinion, of Fallout 3, Dead Space, and God, there's another game. There's another game. I remember specifically there was 3 games that it was like a combination of. I say Fallout 3 for like the underground metro levels, right? Like the tunnels underground and the subway system. Dead Space, because it's literally got those quarantine zones, you know, where it's like, you know, everybody fucking, you know, shoot the incomings, right? And then, what else? Either way, if you played it, it's fun as hell. Like, the lore in that game is really awesome. It's probably a forgotten gem. You know, obviously, they did a remaster. So, speaking of the remaster, that's what I played. I played Metro 2033 Redux a couple weeks ago, or 3, 4, 5, whatever it was, weeks ago. And, man, yeah, it's different. It's better, in my opinion. The graphics are brought up to current gen levels. Sure, the game came out in 2014, so that is, you know, like 4 years ago. But I don't think graphics are going to get improved much more than they are currently, you know. So it's probably the best it'll ever look. And so I played it because it had been a while since I played it, you know. It had been since 2013, so it's been like 5 years or whatever. So I was like, okay, I want to play Last Light, but I need a refresher first, you know. I haven't played 2033 in a long time. I don't even know nothing about it, besides the fact that literally the only thing I remember is the game's scary as hell. It's got like Dead Space and Fallout 3 parts, you know, integrated into it. It's got monsters, and the character's name's Artyom. That's all I remember. So I played it. I really fucking enjoyed it. Fast forward, you know, I tried Cuphead in between those games. Yeah, and that's what I took my hiatus, and I went to play Last Light. So Last Light was fun as hell. It's got some variety to it, you know. I mean, of course, you got all the missions where they got the literally on rails where you're on a rail car shooting things, which is awesome because I love those sections because the game's tense as hell, especially when you're, you know, out on the surface and you have to fucking use your mask and you don't have too many filters. That can get tense. In both games when I played them, I only got close to running out of filters, I think, twice. There was a couple times where I was stranded on the surface and I had used my last filter. And then, luckily, I made it, but I like to explore everywhere in any game, really, to be honest. So I found tons of filters. But I spent so much time exploring that I used up the air in those filters. And, yeah, so it's kind of a detriment. But, hey, I found other useful items like extra ammo and currency and stuff, so. Yeah, so. Played Last Light. Metro 2033 is better in my opinion. And one of the reasons is the librarians. Let me tell you about those if you haven't played the game. Metro 2033, scary as hell. Enough. It's tense. There's monsters. It's dark. You know, the lighting plays a big aspect. You got a flashlight. I mean, your flashlight's not infinite. Well, it is infinite technically, but you have to charge it. And, you know, to be honest, it goes out at some of the worst times. And you have this little lighter you can use. You can clear cobwebs and stuff. It's very atmospheric, tense. Monsters come out of vents and stuff, just like Dead Space, like I mentioned. That's why I compared the two. But there's this one section, and it's called the library, right? Well, in the library, there's these new monsters, right? And they're called librarians because they inhabit the library. Well, I got like one more swig, but let me finish my story. These monsters, you can kill them, but they don't die easy. And, you know, they take shitloads of damage before they die. The thing about them is, you don't have to fight them. But, in order, you can fight them and kill them. But, you don't have to. You can sit there and stare them down, because you have to look evil in the face. You have to look fear in the face. If you sit there and have a stare down with them like 2 fucking feet in front of their face, they won't attack you. They'll like, come on, what do you want? And then they'll turn around and leave. I mean, they'll come back in a couple seconds, but it'll give you enough time to like advance to the next part. You know what I mean? So that shit was scary as hell intense. It was like, I think it was like, because there's a shitload of chapters in those games. They're short, but there's shitload of them. There's like 30 of them. Like 3 chapters in a row you have to fight those things. Or you have to face those things. You don't actually have to fight them, but that was tense as hell. What I would compare that to is, sure, Metro 23 is scary to begin with, but that kind of like revs it up. Have you ever played the Thief reboot from 2014, I believe? And it's apparently from the original Thief as well. The game's a stealth game, not necessarily like a scary game, but it can have tense moments in it. Well, it literally, at one point in a game, I want to say like 3/4 of the way through it, it literally turns into a horror game for a chapter. I think it's like a prison or an asylum or something. Well, I would compare the two, because that revs it way the fuck up, you know? So, that's that. Now, I played those fucking games because apparently Metro Exodus or whatever is coming out later this year or next year, whenever it is. I just want to be prepared for it. So now I am. And, cool. I'm glad they're making another one, because that's a good series. Like I said earlier, it's a forgotten gem. It's not really as popular as Call of Duty or anything, but very deep. Anyway, so what's next? So, I mean, The Watcher 3 is a long-ass game. It's a long-ass game. From what I heard. There's a shit ton of content in there. Well, let's see. I do like to dedicate myself to one game. I don't like to fucking branch out and play like, oh, let me play a little bit of this. Let me play a little bit of this. Let me play a little bit of this. Oh, let me go back to number 1. Let me go back to number 2. Oh, let me go back to number 1 again for a little while. Oh, let me go back to number 2. Then, oh, I haven't played 3 in a week. Let me play that. You know, I like to play 1 and kind of focus on it. Oh, The Watcher 3 has so much content, right? That I don't know if I can do that, you know? I mean, I'm a perfectionist, too. I like to do everything. I played Skyrim the day it came out. I went to the midnight release of Skyrim, 11/11/11, you know? I fucking stopped playing that game because I got overwhelmed with content. There was so much stuff in that game. I was like, oh, I can't do it. I want to play some other games coming out, too. And me, like I said, I can't balance games out. I gotta play one. So unfortunately, Skyrim got put on the back burner. No, speaking of that as well, and if you just want to get my opinion on that, I kind of leveled up wrong, you know what I mean? Because in Elder Scrolls, the leveling system's a little broken. Because, let's say you gain like 30 levels. I don't remember what the level system looks like, but you gain like 30 levels. You put all your skills into non-combat stuff. Let's say enchantment, smithing, I don't know, whatever the fucking skills were. Fucking, I don't know, alteration, you know, conjuration, whatever that fucking shit was. You put all your skills into that. Well, the enemy's level based on your level. So, you're level 30 now with a shit ton of, like, enchantment skills. But your combat skills are still level 1. You know, so it gets to a point where it's almost impossible to advance. I ran into that problem in Oblivion as well. But you just really, you gotta find a balance, and you can balance it out with grinding, but it's difficult. Anyway, let me get this last one done, and I'll send you all on your way. Oh, I'm sorry, I never actually mentioned what was next. I mentioned that I was playing The Watcher 3, and I'm a perfectionist and all that shit. What's next? I decided, fuck it, you know what? I've been scared for a while now, but you know what? Bloodborne, you know? I played Demon's Souls. I fucking hated it. I fucking hated it to begin with, to be honest. Because, okay, so you got Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, Bloodborne, all that shit, right? I like to play series from the beginning, like I said. I started with Demon's Souls because I was like, okay, well, maybe I could watch the advancement of the series. I could watch the growth and development of it. Well, I tried Demon's Souls, and I sucked ass, dude. Okay, you start in a fucking, like, castle or whatever, and literally the first, like, 4 enemies you can kill with 2 hits. But after that, it just fucking ramps that shit up. You know, I sucked. And I sucked ass. I got to a point where I couldn't advance. I quit. Not just for like 2 weeks like I'm doing with Cuphead right now. I'm talking 6 months. And then I got an urge to play it. Like, I saw some good footage from like Dark Souls 1 or 2 or whatever the fuck was out at the time. This was like 2015, 16, whatever it was. This was before Dark Souls 3 even came out, so I went back to it. And just I think it was Reddit. Like, I was looking on there and I was like, somebody had posted a thread about the Dark Souls series and how amazing it is, and I'm like, I didn't really buy into it, but you know what? I read the series, and some people just all over said, you just play it, it's not for everyone, but something clicks, you know? And I went back to it with the intention of getting good, like something might click. And to be honest, they are right. You just get it. And I don't understand. I could not explain to you how. But in the Dark Souls series, something just clicks. You just get it. You either get it or you don't. You either get it or you stop playing because you're frustrated and mad and pissed off. I think maybe reading those threads helped me get it, but in my opinion, Dark Souls is like the best game ever made. It is so deep. Like, the combat, the lore, well, the lore I don't invest too much in, but the mechanics of the game are so deep. I swear, each game, I have not played Bloodborne and Dark Souls 3, I haven't even touched. I hope to God they keep making games in this series, because it is these games are like perfect in my opinion. But I played Dark Souls 1, 2, and Demon Souls. I put in 150 hours in each one. Just because, number one, each game's a little bit different. Number two, they have different enemies, you have to learn the game. Now, once you understand one game, you understand them all. But you still have to take time to learn them all. I put in 150 hours in each game. So, in my opinion, it's the best franchise genre, if you will, ever made. Well, I'm playing Bloodborne next. I fucking decided. I'll put like on my gaming channel, Vengeful Sorrow Gaming. I'll upload all the boss fights. I don't think you need to watch me fucking die a million times, you know, getting to bosses. And I don't upload, like, for when I did Dark Souls 2, I didn't upload anything, you know, where I died during a boss fight. I uploaded the boss fight once I won. Yeah, I basically recorded everything. Like, once I got to a fog gate, I recorded, and if I died, I just deleted the file. And if I won, I uploaded it, you know. Most of the time, let's be honest, I actually won on the first time. A lot of the bosses, everybody says Dark Souls 2 is the hardest game in the series. Well, maybe compared to Dark Souls 1 is a little harder, but you know what? It really wasn't too hard for me. Bloodborne apparently is a little harder because you don't have a shield to hide behind. And for a while, that's been my strategy. So it's going to literally be a new game for me to learn. So I might fucking get ragey on this shit. But you know what? I'll probably stream it and record it, you know. So you can join the stream. I probably won't, you know, have audio going like my microphone on. But listen, that's a while away. I gotta fucking get through The Watcher 3 first, you know. You know how fucking far away that is? The Watcher 3 is fucking, you know, that's 150 hours from now, bitch. Damn. So, anyway, fuck me and my goddamn rambling. It's 27 and a half minutes later. You know, if you join this far, holy shit, man. You got no life. But you know what? You got more of a life than me, because you ain't the one fucking sitting here rambling. You're the one watching me sitting here rambling, so, you know, awesome sauce. And I'll see ya, and peace out, and all that shit, and I love you. Bye-bye.